This is going to be a multi-part series on our trip to Newmar and back. You see the entire trip there, about 3,500 miles. But the trip to Newmar, we'll do a multi-point first leg to Nappanee. And here are some interesting scenes along the way and some of our issues that we had, which were many. Part 1, day 1, 2, and 3. Day 1, we went up to Atlanta to pick up a dolly to haul the car back with the RV. Of course, day 1, 2 hours in traffic. We had an airplane land on the highway ahead of us, so they had to get that to the side and get us all around. Day 2, Atlanta traffic and construction, endless construction. But here we are. We arrived at the distribution center for RV parts. Very large distribution center. This was NTP Stag Warehouse. They distribute many different RV products. The thing was a mammoth building. But they did track down Clarice, with her team, tracked down our dolly that we had ordered from Texas and had it drop shipped there. It was a Demco car caddy, 460 SS. Turned out to be a terrific purchase. Some assembly was required, but we got on the back of the car. We headed to a fuel stop off of Route 285, and I had to air it down significantly. The tires came at 50 psi, did it to 20 psi, but even then it was swaying like mad, pulling the car side to side. The cat, gave us the look. It's like, come on, guys, the swaying is killing me. But we had to limit our speed significantly. So we're trying to figure out, I thought I'd measured all the hitch heights correctly and everything. We ran across this fella, whoops, into the gas pump barrier pretty hard with his trailer. So we came around the other side of the far island, trying to stay away from what was and turned out to be chaos surrounding this trailer. You can see the angle here. He was pretty hard into the pumps. And as we pulled up next to him, we realized it wasn't his first encounter. This is a brand new trailer, and he's already hit it on both sides. So he's coming around to take a look. Unfortunately, he's had a window there where it was relatively quiet. At the fuel station, he could have backed up and went on, but it didn't last long. The trucks just stacked up behind him, and he really he lost his window. You can see him moving around back into the truck, and he gets in there and backs up a little bit, and unseen at this point is a box truck that had pulled in and blocked his retreat from the pumps. So I don't know if he's out talking to the truck driver or what, but that truck driver, the big box truck there, you see, had blocked him. He's going to back up. The pickup truck is out of sight from the operator of the trailer. And you'll see here in a second, this miscommunication has the pickup truck backing up into the trailer, and the trailer, of course, backing up into the pickup truck. At this point, I don't have sound, but there was lots of beeping and screaming and trying to get these two guys coordinated. It only to the last instant did they avoid a collision, but they did not collide. At which point we decided that we didn't want to interject ourselves into this, so we just moved on. But here's something interesting. The Flying J's have RV lanes, which are very nice because you're not pressed to move along. Typically these are not too busy, and you can park your RV and get organized and fill water, and they'd even have dump stations there, so you can service your full RV and then move along. I decided after seeing this poor fellow with a trailer that when things are going wrong, don't ignore them. That you need to address them. So off to U-Haul to see if we can't address the sway of the trailer. So we have a little bit of a view of North Georgia and some of the nice countryside. We took the state highways and county highways over to a U-Haul office, and you'll notice that it's 6:18 on a Saturday night, So this place is open till 7, so we're trying to move right along. Of course, this is 44 miles an hour. And the trailer was fine. Below 50, it was fine. Didn't sway, didn't cause a problem. 55, 57 turned out to be the maximum on flat, smooth roads. Once the road got choppy, the trailer literally went nuts and went all over the place, and you had to slow way down. But roads from here on were okay, except for the endless construction. These are very narrow lanes, which only gave me inches on either side of the trailer, and with no shoulder, I basically was riding the line with one of the tires. But we made it to the U-Haul office okay, and they were open. Unfortunately, they weren't able to help us. They didn't have a hitch that raised the trailer coupler high enough. So we just decided, after some extended discussion, that we would limit our speed to 55, and that should be adequate to address the swaying. Just matter of fact, I had to keep it to 55, no more than 57, on our trip up to Nappanee. It made for a very long trip, because our trip plan, of course, had indicated 70 miles an hour, which was the speed limit, which allowed us, which would have allowed us to get to places on time. As it turned out, we didn't get into Lexington until very late. Everybody was unhappy with that. But back on the highway, and off we go. Okay, now it's rolling on 10 o'clock or so. Everyone's tired, even the cat's complaining. So we're finally getting to Lexington, and I had reserved a Hyatt Place room. I think it was a smart move. It was a well-deserved luxury. As you can see, 55 miles an hour in a car is really slow, painfully slow. But here we are at our exit, ready to get off the road for a while. Here we are, 10:15 or so, pulling into our well-deserved Hyatt Place room. Here the food was good, the room was excellent, and even though the front parking lot was full, I was able to find a space in the back where I could park the car and trailer and with a fair amount of space, no issue. So, and that food was available even at 10:30. Good food was available, so it was quite a treat. This was a good stop. Place we'll stop again. Here we are back on the highway the next day, going west on 64. This was a pretty decent road. As we got out into the country, now we're on Route 31 heading north to Route 6 in Bremen. As we got out in the country, the road surfaces did improve. There was some chop on this road, but for all purposes, it was a pretty nice road. And we headed north. As you can see, we're doing 54. And we're finally getting to our exit 233, which is Route 6. Again, it was a full day of driving. Now it's 5:20, 5:30. We didn't get into the hotel till closer to 6. And again, we were happy to stop. We had a nice room at the Countryside Inn. Yes, it was minimal, but it was nice enough. It was a clean place, well maintained. However, you'll see the issue with with this particular hotel, and for that matter, any hotel in town. But another long, long day. So now that we're on the road, heading over towards the hotel on Route 6, or Market Street in Nappanee, you can see the railroad tracks here on our right, and they run right through town. And on the left, you'll see a series of white vans. The town is covered with RVs and automobile or truck fabricators. And you can see to the right big fields of travel trailers, and to the left more travel trailers and fifth wheels. Really is the epicenter of RVing. But we finally made it into the hotel. It was practically empty, as you can see from the parking lot. There was virtually no one in the hotel. It was quiet. We stayed here just 2 days. It's a Saturday night now, and or Sunday night. Saturday night. Saturday night. We stayed Sunday and Sunday night, and Monday we were in the motorhome. But it went well. Here I am parking the car with the trailer, and getting situated in our room. We're here at the Countryside Inn in very bucolic Nappanee, Indiana. But the one thing that you have to be aware of here in Nappanee is right through the center of town, down Market Street, runs a train about every 15 minutes. They run both ways, and we are literally across the street, as you can hear. The train is quite noticeable.